4. Making a tree house. The next day was really very exciting. If anybody had been to the Windy Woods, he or she would have been the most astonished to see a file of children going down the path, each carrying some kind of load. They had all met at Peter's house with their goods. Janet and her sister had mugs and plates and spoons. Colin had a set of boards which Jack had to help with him. Jack had coiled yards of rope around his waist. Barma had a big rubber sheet carefully folded. She was helping Palm with the old cushions. They are dirty and flattened outside Palm, but I think that it wouldn't matter. I got only 6 out of the garden shed. They have been there for ages. I could only find 6, so we will have one another get from anywhere. Janet ran and got one from the garden shed where Secret 7 usually had their meetings. That made 7, one for everybody. George had some chocolates and fine big tin of mixed biscuits. Mother gave me. She says that Mother helps supplying our society with food. It's her turn now. Jolly fine, said Peter, with much approval. What smashing tin! He had taken some money for the Murray box and bought a bottle of lemonade and one of orange juice. And also had 2 bottles of water to use to drink. Even Scamper had to carry something. He had little rugs rolled up tightly and tied the string. He was carrying it in his mouth, feeling the most important. He loved when he was with children and usually when they take part in everything. Woof, 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 said the mouth full of rug. He says like to be carrying something like anyone else. That's right, isn't it, Scamper? Scamper wagged his tail and almost dropped the rugs on the lonely path to bark properly. Woof, he said. Secret 7 set down the path and came to the Windy Woods. They made their way to the tree. We out to carve SS on the trunk for Secret 7, said Palm. Well, we can't. My father says scribbling on the walls and pavements or carving on the trees is done by idiots. And if anyone in Secret 7 wants to be an idiot, he's just jolly to get out of Secret 7. I only said to carve SS, said Palm, quietly hurt. I didn't mean we should. You know, I am an idiot. Yes, I do know, said Peter. I was just telling what my father said. Let's make Scamper his nettery box for a place where he could guard our tree. It is fun showing Scamper the centenary box. He sniffed all around and sat down at the entrance, his mouth open and if they were smiling. He was pleased. He's smiling, said Janet. Come out, Scamper. We will put you in with your rug in the Scamperini box. Then you will know your place. You are an essential guard now. On guard, Scamper. You know what it means, right? Woof, woof, said Scamper, suddenly very serious. He ran out and Peter stuffed his rug in the hole and robbed a bone for Scamper. And they all put old caps in the hole too. On guard, Scamper, he said, pointing on the guard. Old fellow, very important. Guard my cap till I come back. On guard, said Peter. Scamper went back into the hole, sniffed solemnly at the cap. Then the bone he turned round himself. Upright the entrance, the hole looked important. Nothing would now make him leave the snettery box until Peter told him he might. He is very, very guard on now. Now we can get our old job without old Scamper leaping around us and barking and get in our way at time. Let's tie the boards and the rubber sheet to the ropes. One of us could go up the tree and tie the rope at the end and pull the whole lot at once. It seemed a very good idea, but it wasn't. Peter didn't tie the ropes securely enough around the boards, and Jack was hauling the package up the tree. The rope slipped down and came and hit Palm at her head. "Oh dear, sorry," said Peter, pulling the sheet over poor Palm. "Well, we'll tie the things very firmly this time." "You let me tie," said Colin, rubbing her shoulders. "I am going to shower. Heavy boards fall on me." "This is fun," said George. "This is really fun. I bet nobody had ever such fun making a treehouse before."